Alright, so these are some Ulu designs that I came up with about a year ago. I never did anything with them, so I figured I'd just throw them up on YouTube and see what you guys thought. This was the proof of concept right here. I wanted to see if this mechanism would actually work, and indeed it does. So what it is, this hole is right in the center of this radius here, and so that allows it to like just rotate around without hitting up on anything, and there's no interference. I routed out the handles, as you can see. I just used a Dremel. Didn't do a great job, but this was just a proof of concept, so I didn't really care that much. The handles, they're just some polymer, like some plastic I had laying around in the shop. These supports are just some 1/8 inch thick mild steel, not even straight. Again, I didn't really care about for this one. The steel, this is actually 1095 high carbon steel. I did harden it, but I didn't even bother to sharpen it because I didn't like the way it looked. And then the pins, they're just some steel pins that I peened over. Figured that would be the easiest way to do it. It kind of matches the rustic look on here. And then I had to use some washers to get the spacing right so that the route was pretty much in the center of where the blade is going to be coming into. And so I made this one, and and these little pins, they're the same steel, and I just I bent them over so that when it locks up, it's roughly in the center of the blade there. So I made that one. I liked how it turned out, except for visually. And so then I made this one. This is a little bit nicer. I used some stronger magnets on here. I think they're a little bigger diameter. And then the handles are micarta, and I used some thicker supports. I believe these are 3/16 inch thick, and the same 1095 steel. And so it's basically the same design as this one, minus the holes here. And you can see these pins are a little longer, and again I bent them over just so that I could have some room to actually get it to lock up in the center here. But it works pretty well. I did actually sharpen this one, and I've cut a couple things with it. It's flawless in that aspect. I mean, you might think since the handles are separated and it's only the magnet holding it here, that when you're pushing down it might accidentally like just slip open. But for this small one, it really doesn't happen because you're going to be using your whole hand over the handle here, and you're going to be pushing down, and it's not gonna go anywhere. But I don't know, for a bigger one, I might make another one, and if I do, it'll be a bigger one, like a full size, and we'll see what happens with that. The magnets are mainly just so when you have it open, that these don't just kind of slap around, and also when it's closed, it doesn't rattle because they land right on the just on the tips of the Ulu there. And so yeah, I thought these were pretty cool. So let me know what you guys think.